Senator Chris Van Hollen, Mr. Secretary, railed against the Trump administration for furloughing federal employees. Watch.
Now what they're saying is, well, we're in a shutdown, we're going to fire more people. A shutdown gives President Trump no more authority to fire people than when we're not a shutdown. In fact, when you're in a shutdown, there are more restrictions on the president's ability to fire people.
Your response to him, Mr. Secretary?
Yeah, I think he just doesn't get how the executive branch works. And the more just practical aspect, you can only spend money you have. Most politicians don't get that, right? They're spending other people's money.
So your point is they're furloughing the federal employees?
Absolutely.
Laura Ingraham clearly doesn't understand the difference between furloughing federal employees, which is something that happens during a shutdown, and Donald Trump and Russ Vought's threat to fire federal employees. There's nothing in a shutdown that gives Donald Trump more authority or power to fire federal employees during a shutdown than in the absence of a shutdown. In fact, as I said on that clip, there is less authority, less legal basis for firing people during a shutdown. And this is the crux of the issue, because what Donald Trump is doing is threatening to fire federal employees, punish federal employees who had nothing to do with the shutdown. Yes, they get furloughed. We wish they weren't. Yes, they don't get paid while they're furloughed. That's a real sacrifice. But what Donald Trump and Russ Vought are talking about doing is then firing people, and not only impose great hardships on their families, but also hardships on the American people who will suffer from the loss of those important services. And I think the American people, regardless of political party, will see that as vindictive and cruel and nasty, punishing those patriotic federal employees and depriving the American people of the benefit of their services.